best nam chua I've ever had in my life.
The butter, this is the meat.
Another special clam here.
Oh,
Complete.
this one's feisty. Alright, DVW fam, as you guys can see, we got the huge Vietnamese flag there behind us. We are currently in Nha Trang, Vietnam. It's a very popular tourist vacation destination here in the south of Vietnam. And in this video, we're going to show you guys our first impressions, show you guys all the cool things we see, do, and eat, show you guys some of the Nha Trang culture and our first impressions of Nha Trang in 2025. I've been here a couple times, but I haven't been here yet. They have a lot of great nightlife here, food, seafood, and activities. So it's a little bit of best of both worlds just standing here looking at it, because we got the cityscape right behind us and we got a beautiful blue beach behind us. It's actually a pretty gloomy day today, but I've been here for a couple of days and it's just absolutely gorgeous here. So in this video, we're gonna take you guys around Nha Trang and show you guys the vibes in 2025. So yeah, let's check out Nha Trang, guys. Let's go. Alright guys, so we're at our next spot on this authentic Nha Trang food tour. Like I said, we have the best tour guide, which is my dad, who actually grew up here, so he knows all the banger spots. So this is a breakfast lunch spot. So common breakfast item or lunch item is this dish called Banh Can, which is what this fine gentleman is presenting here. So it's with eggs. There's a lot of toppings, so they're like Vietnamese savory pancakes, and he's whipping up a storm here. This is our fine chef here, and he's about to make these Vietnamese pancakes for us. So that's the rice batter. Looks like pour it into this smaller bowl. And just like pancakes back home in the US, you're gonna pour the batter onto the pancake maker, but we have a little unique contraption here. Looks like a clay pot of some sort. Pour it into each little cup. It looks like you add, oh, so this one's with egg. This one's the egg version. We had the quail eggs at the one last night. This one is regular. Looks like pasteurized eggs. We'll see though. Oh, so it looks like the Banh Can is just about ready. This one looks very unique. It looks, because the egg is infused with the pancake, it's more on the yellow side. Very nice. This is the art, guys. This is a special art here in Nha Trang, Vietnam. And right over here we have the bánh xèo, which are also another version of Vietnamese pancakes. I would say these ones are way more savory. I've had these before. Ooh, look at the smell. I mean, can you guys smell that? Ooh, it's nice and sizzling. Ooh, our sister, auntie here is pouring on the batter. And then we got a couple versions. We got shrimp, squid. That one looks like prawn and egg. Nice. So that one looks like pork belly. We got more meat on this bánh xèo here. These one looks just about done. Savory pancakes. Like I said, with Vietnamese food, you're gonna have a lot of veggies and fresh herbs on every dish. Ooh, that one's about ready. Ooh, the pancakes are just about done. Look at that. Ooh, they look crispy. Beautiful. Thank you. Ooh, so this is our good stuff here. The spread. Look at this. Looks like got some shredded mango salad, some scallions. Looks like sauteed scallions. There's the Banh Can. Some sea mai. Meatballs. Fish sauce.
Mangoes. Shrimp.
This is the bánh xèo, which is also Vietnamese pancakes, but way more savory. I would say prawn, shrimp, squid. All these dishes come with veggies. Oh, some more mango salad dip or sauce. These dishes all look very sophisticated. Okay, so I've eaten this a couple times before, but there's a specific way to eat it. So my dad, the Nha Trang expert, is going to show us how to eat this. Cái dish này là specialty Nha Trang or not everywhere in Vietnam thôi.
No, especially in Nha Trang.
So this is a specialty Nha Trang dish.
Yeah.
The Bánh Căn, right?
Yeah,
Banh
Banh
Can.
Can. Before you put the scallion.
Scallions. You put the
fried
scallions
in the
in the fish sauce.
fish sauce,
Mm-hmm.
and then put
First.
some mangoes.
And some of the mango salad
inside.
of the scallion fish sauce. Oh, bà đó
To
là
make-
cái con ở đây à?
Yeah.
Yeah.
To make the sauce.
Make the sauce.
Yep. That's it. And then you take one of these,
Take one of these.
put in here.
Put it in there.
Then you eat.
Alright, so we're showing you the local, authentic street food tour here in Nha Trang. So we're gonna start off with some breakfast, lunch items here. And like I said, we got the best Nha Trang tour guide, my dad, because he was born and raised here. He frequents Nha Trang, so he knows all the best eats. But right now we got Banh Can, which is what you see here, which is a savory Vietnamese pancakes, and you make it in whichever way. This one's with egg. Looks like a lot of yolk in the Vietnamese eggs here. Looks almost like pasteurized egg. There's so much yolkiness. Alright, so I'm gonna dip this in here. Take a big bite. This one's on the soft and spongy side. And they're made like this, and that's why you have the sauce, because there's little holes and concaves in here. Little pockets. So when you dip it in the sauce, you usually dip it a little bit, and it soaks up all the sauce beautifully in this little pancake. So this one looks like a star here. This is the bánh xèo, which looks like pan-fried Vietnamese pancakes. As you can see, there's nice oil glistening from it. And we saw how they cooked it, so it's nice. And there's also a whole shrimp here. Let's try this with no
Oh,
sauce.
you put in here? No.
No frills? I'll do
Oh,
this
you
one no
try
sauce.
with no sauce?
You guys hear that? ASMR, so crunchy. I tried this one first with no sauce to show you guys how crispy and crunchy it is. It's almost like deep fried, but it's on a pan fry. Ooh, I just had some of that shrimp shells in my mouth. That's what adds to the crispiness. So now I'm gonna pour. I don't want to dip this one. I want to pour the sauce on this one. I'm gonna pour this here, scallions fish sauce, and then usually you put some salad on here. I don't like too much on mine, but I'm gonna throw a few leaves on here. Let me pop it in. Fish sauce definitely adds to the flavor of this dish, because they don't really sauce up the pancake before. It's just more like the oil pan fry, and the sauce is what really brings it together. But also, like I said, Nha Trang is a city by the shore, by the beach. They're known for their seafood, so this bánh xèo has a lot of the fresh seafood in there. Has the squid, the mực in Vietnamese, and then the little shrimps here. So there's a lot of seafood market here, so the seafood is fresh. So this one is Vietnamese called tap cam, which means the specialty. Everything has squid, shrimp, or pork. I'm excited to try this one. I do a dip for this one. Let's see. Dipperini. These are definitely way more savory than those ones. When you guys hear pancakes, you guys might think sweet, IHOP, or blueberry pancakes, but these pancakes are savory, so a little bit salty from the fish sauce. Like I said, it makes or breaks the dish, but yeah, you got a lot of fattiness from the pork belly somewhere in here. It's all about the texture. So many different pops. Crispiness from the pan fried, and a little bit of doughiness from the rice batter, and all the veggies just really pops in your mouth. But yeah, but that was correct saying that the make or break of the dish is the sauce, because it really adds the flavor to this, and adds very good flavor. A little salty, sweet. It's like a salty and savory fish sauce. And the best part of this spot, not only is the food delicious, fresh seafood, is that the prices. You're gonna learn about a lot of the prices. I'm gonna put all the price down below. So this whole plate right here comes to like $1.25, and we'll get you full. And then each one of these are 10,000 Vietnamese dong, which is like 40 cents. And we ordered a couple of them, so this whole meal right here, our breakfast, was under $4 or $5, cheaper than a McDonald's hash brown. And you're getting a you know, a really great, nutritious, healthy, sophisticated, and well chefed, well cooked up by experts Vietnamese cuisine here. So I'm loving it here in Nha Trang so far. But also, this is also a little part of Vietnamese culture. So sometimes they put like appetizers on your table, and then you can choose to eat it or not. And if you don't eat it, then you don't pay for it. But these were like 20 cents, so I'll pay for this any day of the week. Let's try this one out. Ooh, so that's some Vietnamese sausage. This one has a lot of flavor. It pops in the mouth, very moist. Definitely worth all the 20 cents. It's really delicious. It's bang for your buck, because that's really good. It looks like pork sausage. It's not crunchy, it's just very soft. It melts in the mouth. There's probably some garlic in there. It's very flavorful, a little peppery, sweet, salty. It's fuego. So yeah, so basically we ate two, and if we leave these behind, we don't get charged for it. So that's two for like 40, 50 cents. Good deal.
All right, it's right across the street. Let's check this out. So this is the same establishment across the street. They're actually grilling the pork here, and then they'll transport it right over to that restaurant where a lot of people are sitting to eat. And this is the menu. So it looks like 52,000 for the Nem Nuong, which is like $2. So yeah, but of course we're gonna order the best specialty items here at the most popular Nem Nuong restaurant in Nha Trang. So we'll show you guys how it tastes. Okay, so this is the items for Nem Nuong. This is the grilled pork with crispy fried pork belly. The greens, of course, the sauce, fish sauce, and this is the bom thit nuong, which is the grilled pork noodles. All right, my dad is going to make our first one and explain how we should eat this. So that looks like some rice paper. And then you put some veggies.
Yeah, veggies.
And then
some more different kind of veggies.
different kind of veggies, a lot of veggies. And this.
Some of this.
Alright, very herbaceous. That's a lot of veggies. Sometimes I don't like too much veggies, but we'll have a classic one first. All that good stuff.
This is fried. No, this is a fried rice paper.
Oh, that's fried rice paper.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was crispy pork belly. It kind of looked like chicharrones.
This is a Nem Nuong.
So this is the Nem Nuong grilled pork, which is what they're grilling down there.
Some cucumbers, mangoes,
carrots.
Oh, that's it. I don't like other stuff.
And you roll it up.
Yeah, good. You need a blade. You squeeze it to make it smaller.
It's a little crunchy. Looks like.
Then like this.
All right, so we have a nicely presented Nem Nuong roll here. So supposed to dip it in here with the sauce. This is their specialty sauce. Let's see how it tastes.
Pretty good, huh?
That's a lot to chew. So many different textures. The spring roll itself is a little crispy. All the veggies and salads are crispy, and then you get that crispy rice in there. It gives it a solid crunch, but you can taste the grill from the grilled pork. It's like a grilled pork sausage. So the texture is soft. That's the softest thing in here, and this sauce right here is thick, crunchy, creamy.
Yeah.
I think there's some peanuts in there, right?
Yeah, some peanuts.
Some peanuts in there, some fish sauce. It's a thick peanutty sauce.
Peanut paste.
Like a peanut paste. And you can add some chili oil to it too. Chili paste to make it spicy, but it's like a sweet and savory. So my Nha Trang tour guide here is saying that there's a lot of Nem Nuong places, but the key distinction is the sauce. And if you guys can tell, this spot is a bigger establishment than some of the smaller local mom and pop shops that we've been to, because this spot is very popular. A lot of tourists and locals alike come here. And yeah, it's pretty good, and still has some great prices. I mean, we are in Vietnam, so salud. This, I would say in one word, crunchy. So this is actually grilled pork noodles. So let's see, pork looks nice and red, orangish. There's a paste on there already, like a sauce. Let's try this out. I'm gonna put some fish sauce on there, kind of soften up the noodles. But it looks like there's already a type of paste on here from the pork. Like I said, Vietnamese cuisine is very healthy. As you guys can see, there's herbs in almost every single dish.
Even in pho, there's herbs that you guys could put on there. I think it needs a little bit more fish sauce to soften up the noodles. There are so many layers to Vietnamese cuisine. It's a lot to like. Let's take a bite of this crispy rice cake first. You guys hear that crunch? It's crispy. It must be fried in like pig fat or something. I get like a pork taste from it. Let's have some of the noodles with the grilled pork. It's refreshing, delightful. It's like a spring type salad with noodles. It's almost like a noodle. I mean, it's almost like a salad that has noodles and pork in it, but the grilled pork is very good. There's some type of orange sauce on it. It's also very peanutty, like a peanut sauce. It's tender, you taste the grill, but there's also, it's lathered, or it's just a slight hint of that peanut sauce. I think similar to this one, but it's more thick and creamy. And then you get the salad, all the greens, like I said, Vietnamese cuisine. There's gonna be a lot of salad, greens, herbs to, you know, refresh the palate for more grilled meat. Surprisingly, I like this a lot. I like the Nem Nuong and this, but I love a good bún, thịt nướng. Bún means vermicelli noodle, and then thịt means meat, and then nướng means grilled, so grilled meat noodles, because it could be with beef or pork, but this specializes in pork and it's really good. Ooh, I can't get over this pork sausage. I like actually eating it by itself because it has a nice perfect grill on it, nice and soft, spongy on the outside, a little bit crispiness. But even by itself with no sauce, there's a little bit of sweetness to it, pop, crunch. That grilled sausage, I would give this a 9 out of 10 for flavor and taste, just for this. But then, like I said, with Vietnamese food, so much layers to it. You gotta put a bunch of veggies, noodles, rice paper on it to complete the dish. But the main star, I would say, is the pork and then the sauce. And this one also, the pork is really good, nice and grilled, and the sauce just completes it. Fuego. And like I said, all these places are competitive prices. This is actually a more tourist-centric spot where the prices are a little bit higher, but even with that, it's still pretty good pricing. $52, which is like $2 for this bowl or these plates. I would say it's a steal. Like I said, less than a French fry at McDonald's. Alright, so we're about to eat. What you see, those lovely ladies in the back, concocting, making up, which is the nam chua or the chả lúa, but they're making the nam chua, which they prepare it very delicately. They wrap it in the banana leaf. As you guys can see, there's a lot of layers to this, literally. Like I said, Vietnamese cuisine is very sophisticated. Yeah, so we're finishing off, taking all of these layers off. Like I said, Vietnamese cuisine is pretty sophisticated. So much intricacies and layers to it. This is the fermented pork here. Let's see. So this is not grilled pork, as you guys see, it has a different tint to it. So we got all the layers off. Let's just take a dip. Oh, so my dad said you can actually eat it with the banana leaf, but
no, not banana leaf. This leaf, the inside one, the
the inner one. So there's the inner leaf that goes with it, and you can eat it with it or without.
Yeah.
But let's try it out. Let's try it with no sauce or anything.
Very ham.
That's surprising. It tastes similar to ham or like charcuterie meat, but it's very sweet and chewy. The texture is great. I like it better than the ones back home. One of the original Nam places. That's like a really chewy, delicious, in between a pork sausage and a pork ham, but it's very sweet, a lot of good flavor. But the texture is awesome. Eat it with this leaf. Kind of cleanses your palate for more of the, ooh, it's minty. This is the best Nam chua I've ever had in my life. I actually don't like Nam chua at all back home. It tastes too strong or too robust in taste, but this one is nice and sweet, soft, like a little sausage. But yeah, a lot of layers to this. These girls in the back did a good job wrapping it, and yeah, it's like a gift wrapped. So this one is the chả lúa. It's also wrapped in banana leaf, lotus leaf, some type of leaf. You gotta open it up. Ooh, so it's like a little paper in here. It's just like another type of pork sausage. It's also in a lot of banh mi's. If you guys eat banh mi, it's in banh mi itself. It's very interesting the way it's wrapped.
Only 5,000 long a piece.
Oh, so each one of these are 5,000 a piece, which is like 20 cents?
Yeah,
Less than
20
20 cents. That's what I call a deal, guys. This is like the pork sausage. Let's try it out. Wow. Also a different taste to all the other chalus I've had. This one's cylinder, round. Nice crunch, a little sweetness to it. There's peppers in here, but not as peppery as the other ones. That's good. I'll say the theme of this place is a lot of the items and dishes are a little bit on the sweet side than savory. That one has a natural sweetness to it, both of these. And like I said, a culture shock I said when I came here is that, so they give you these dishes, they just throw it on your table and they put however many on here, but you eat however many you eat, and the ones that you don't eat, you leave it here and they don't charge you. And these are only 5,000 a piece, like 20 cents, so we have as many as we want. Other dishes like this where you get charged even if you leave it behind. So it's almost like an all-you-can-eat buffet the way they bring it to you, and you just pay for what you take. Definitely lived up to the hype as one of the most popular Nam places, grilled pork, because all the pork here was fire. I really love it here. Like I said, I think I came here for the Nem Nuong, but I think the Nam Chua here stole the show, the fermented pork. That one's really good. But yeah. Gonna finish off the rest of this and on to more authentic local Nha Trang eateries, food tour in Vietnam. Let's go.
All right, so this is the Nha Trang seafood culture right here. So we picked the seafood in there live and fresh per pound, and we got our friend here, anh tên gì? Vu, we got Vu here cooking up a storm for us. Like, so there's different ways to cook the seafood though. It's not just boiled, so we got different styles here. Absolutely amazing.
So if you guys didn't know, Nha Trang is a beachside town in Vietnam, so they specialize in a lot of fresh seafood. So this is our first stop here. First night and first impression, so we had to dive straight into the seafood. So I have my dad here, he's an expert. He eats this all the time, but some of these items, they're so like new or exotic to me because they are seafood fish straight from the ocean, straight to the kitchen and to our table. So it's all fresh, live in the tanks. We just order them, paid by the pound. They cooked it right in front of us, and we order exactly how we want it to be cooked, either stir fried, boiled. And a part of the culture here is you drink the you eat the seafood and you have to eat it with some beer. So cheers. So these are razor clams, some of my favorites here, cooked in garlic. So stir fried in garlic, a bunch of herbs, chili, spices. Looks like some fish sauce. Let's try the razor clams. Ooh, so it's nice and stir fried in garlic. I love razor clams here. I'm gonna try this with no sauce because it has its own sauce, and then I'll do it with the salt and pepper lime. Ooh, has some fried shallots on top. This razor clam is very soft. I really love razor clams. The texture is great, especially when it's this fresh. All about the texture. It's nice and a little crunch, crisp to it, but a good chew. But that sauce on it is really good. Cooked to perfection. A little bit of a sweet glaze with all the crispy shallots, but also garlic cooked into it. This is different kind of clams, so native to Nha Trang.
Yeah.
But this one is more
basil steam.
Steam with basil.
Steam with soup.
So this is more natural broth.
Broth.
And this one is steamed?
No, this is grilled.
Grilled. So this is another type of shellfish.
No, this is clam.
This is a clam.
Yeah, clam.
Try the two-nose clam.
Yeah, two-nose.
So you gotta drink it like a soup with this. Salud. That's herbaceous with all lemongrass. Tastes almost like a soup when you're scooping the soup with the clamshell. This one's really good. I like this one. Ooh. And the broth takes on all the flavors of the herbs and then the seafood, but common denominator, all the seafood is super fresh. Oh, so this one's another special clam here. All these shellfish are all about the texture. This one is a lot more chewy in texture. It's almost like a squid, how chewy it is. Let's see the salt, pepper, lime. This one's grilled, so totally different flavor profile. Definitely has also a unique ocean taste to it, but you could tell, super fresh. All of these are very fresh, alive, straight until they are cooked right from that ocean. Alright, so we got some egg fried rice for safe measure and beef with sesame. Grilled beef, let's try it out. Definitely tastes the grill on that. It's a tougher cut of beef, so nice and thin, but it has a really nice aroma from the toasted sesame seeds and the grill on the beef. But let's try this fried rice. $50,000 for this fried rice. This is the definition of fried rice. It's really good. Each grain is super crispy and a lot of egg yellows. Yolk. That's how fried rice should be.
A pretty good seafood dinner, and it tasted like a very good seafood dinner, and everything ended up around 25 US dollars. It was about 660,000 Vietnamese dong. I feel like we had a pretty decent meal there, guys. So you're gonna see the translations. So I'm gonna show you guys all the conversions of what we spend here on our food. So stay tuned for that as well, because that's also gonna be very fun. Like, you can almost categorize everything as cheap eats here, depending on your definition of cheap eats, because a two-person meal at McDonald's might cost more than $30 nowadays in California, but we had a full fresh seafood feast straight from the ocean for $25, so I consider that a steal. Gonna get some shut-eye. I've been awake for over 36 hours traveling, but this was our first dinner in Nha Trang. A success. Had to be seafood, of course. So yeah, stay tuned. We're gonna show you guys more of Nha Trang and Vietnam. Let's go. All right, so now we're checking out another local eatery in Nha Trang, Vietnam, for some chicken rice. It's called Cơm Gà in Vietnamese, which just means Cơm means rice, Gà means chicken, and you can find chicken rice all throughout Asia, but they're all made in different ways. So let's see how they make the chicken rice here in Nha Trang, Vietnam. And this is considered a pretty big eatery in Vietnam, so yeah, let's go inside and check it out. Oh, so it looks like there's more on the menu. There's some boiled chicken, rotisserie chicken, skewers, honey chicken, boiled chicken with soup, with egg noodles, with rice noodles, pho. This is a pretty big establishment. All right, so like a lot of the Vietnamese establishments, there are the cooking process right out front, so you can see. So there's a lot of chicken feet, whole chicken. So this is the boiled chicken, fried chicken, all the sauce packets to go. And then it looks like this is where they steam or boil their chicken in this huge pot right here. So they're steaming a lot all day long. Okay, there's the fried chicken, chicken thigh. Putting some of the sauce back there. Oh, fried chicken. Oh yeah. This looks like an order for 3. Oh, I think that's my fried chicken right there. Oh yeah, so I was right. She puts on some of that fish sauce on there. Oh, I think that's my order, ready to go. All right, so this is our plate at Ha Cơm Gà. So this is the typical chicken rice plate that you get in Nha Trang, Vietnam. There's different kinds. I usually like the gà roti, which is rotisserie chicken. It's one of my favorite dishes ever since I was a kid. They have a lot of those back home too, but I had to settle with a fried chicken thigh or leg. My dad got the shredded chicken. That kind of looks like a hind-end chicken, like steam or boiled chicken. But all these dishes come pretty similar with some pickled veggies. Looks like some fried rice or yellow rice of sorts. More veggies, cucumbers, and this is different. So there's like some mayonnaise on here. Kind of looks like the fat on like a banh mi or something. Kind of looks like some margarine. I don't know.
Check this out. And this is the soup, has a quail leg in it. Ooh, I really like eating at all these eateries, always open air seating. You can feel the breeze from the beach because we are seated by the beach. Always feels great. So let us check out this fried chicken leg. Salud. It's crispy and it's either fried in or lathered with a little bit of like fish sauce on it because there's like a salty sweet action. I give it this rice to kind of cure the flavor because that fried chicken is really flavorful. It's not like your regular Popeyes fried chicken or anything. There's some fish sauce in there, special Asian marinade. Let's try it with the rice. The rice is definitely steamed or cooked with some special type of soup or broth or sauce, almost similar to like Hainan chicken rice. There's definitely some flavor from it. Maybe they put some like seasoning in the water that they steam the rice with. But it's not like your regular white rice. There's some flavor to it, almost like a combination of sticky rice and fried rice with some flavor, but very fresh tasting. But the star is definitely this chicken. It's very flavorful. They give it some extra sweet and spicy thick fish sauce to eat it with, but the minimal fish sauce on here is already flavorful enough for me. You can't go wrong with chicken rice, especially when it's $2. This is a complete meal right here with the soup, the rice. It's like $2 or $3 or something like that. My local tour guide here has the shredded steamed chicken. Let's try this out here. I'll dip this with a little bit of the fish sauce here. Totally different flavor profile with this sweet and spicy chili fish sauce. It's thicker. It's like a sweet and sour, spicy fish sauce, but that shredded chicken also has like a bite to it. There's some like leanness to it. It doesn't just melt or fall apart. My tour guide here says the chicken is really good in Vietnam. I can see why. Chicken is pretty tasty. A lot of them are free range chicken. They call them gadi bowl here, which means they walk around freely. In English, it's called free range chicken. And that's why I said it has like a bite to it, a chew. Like there's some muscularity to it. It's not just fat farm raised chicken. It's like lazy, sits in the coop and, you know, fattens up. That's why there's like a bite to this fried chicken. And the shredded chicken, like I said, there's a nice chew and bite to it. So even though it's like a few pieces, it'll get you full, guys. It's not just like your shredded chicken back home that just falls apart. So pretty good. I love chicken rice. Like I said, I can't go wrong with this, especially when it's $2. So DVW score is gonna go up pretty high, a couple points just for the price point. So 9.2 out of 10 DVW score for this. All right, so I was saying the portions here are pretty small, so I ordered another protein serving here. The fried chicken legs, pretty delicious.
I don't know.
There's some islands surrounding here, and we are a tropical beach city, so my local tour guide here has a young coconut for us. All right, so while I was filming, there was a woman just sitting in the corner. She just looks like a local mom or auntie of some sort, and she's actually the owner of this place, so I had a little conversation with her. I asked her to be on channel. She said she was a little bit shy, but she's basically saying that this spot has been open for 20 something years. She said no frills. She was very humble because she was like, yeah, there's nothing to really record here. It's just like a place for local eats. Like this is like everyday type of food, but I think it's really good and it's very popular. So kudos to her. But this spot has been open 20 something years strong. So it's a testament to, you know, the good chicken, and my local tour guide seems to like it. But I really like the chicken here, how fried it is. Like, maybe it's the oil they fry it in, but it's almost like a chicharron, like a pork skin on the outside, how crispy it is. And the inside super juicy, crispy on the outside, airy, and really moist and juicy on the inside. And like I said, they lather it with like a sweet fish sauce, so it's not the same chili, sweet and sour fish sauce. It's like the fermented, real savory and sweet fish sauce. It's really good. But yeah, I ordered an extra protein serving, so yeah, $2 or $3 a dish. So why not? But that fry is insane. Definitely 9.2 out of 10 DVW score. It's really good. And like I was saying, you get these anywhere in Nha Trang for a pretty good price, less than $1, because we are a tropical beach city, so there's coconut everywhere, and you need to be hydrated out here, guys. Ooh, nice refrigerated, cold, fresh. Less than $1 for coconut juice. why not? You get like one of these in like Cabo or Mexico or something like that, or like Hawaii or Island. It'll cost a little bit more because it's hard to come by some coconuts, but there's so much coconuts here in Nha Trang, Vietnam. Oh yeah, so speaking about the portion size, it's gonna be, you know, like a first impressions, a little, I wouldn't say culture shock, but just talking about the portions. I've had a few eateries now. I want to eat at a couple of spots before, you know, confirming this suspicion, but I'll say like each of these dishes are pretty small portions, not super small, but the proportions are different than, you know, American places. Like usually go to like a chicken and rice place at like a Whopper Grill or something. It's pretty much like a lot of chicken rice places. There's definitely gonna be more carbs than proteins at most places around the world, because the carb is, you know, usually like cheaper to produce and make or serve, and then you just have like the protein. But I would say a lot of these spots is like, I would say 70-25 or 70-30 with proteins to carbs. So that's why I ordered, you know, the muscles are wasting. I need to get some more protein in the system for these gains. So I ordered another, you know, chicken thigh or leg. But like I said, guys, these portions or dishes, the prices are like $1 to $2 or $3. So I don't mind, you know, paying a little bit more for the protein. But just a little FYI is that if you think like they're skimping you with like protein, it's not. They just have smaller portions here. And honestly, usually I get pretty full, you know, off of one dish, but I was a little bit hungrier today, so I opted for more protein. I've been all around the world, guys, and you guys might think fried chicken is just fried chicken, rated equally, or like chicken rice, but chicken rice varies from place to place. Like I've been to Malaysia, Thailand, the USA, of course, like Kentucky Fried Chicken, Korean fried chicken, but it's all about the fry, you know, the oil they use, the chicken. It's a little bit different everywhere, but this Vietnamese fry is insane because even with the fish sauce on here, it's crispy, guys. Like a thin sheet of crisp on top, and it's very meaty. All right, guys, so on our next spot on this DVW Nha Trang Vietnam street food tour, we got another seafood spot. Like I said, Nha Trang is known for their seafood, and my local tour guide here said that this is his favorite spot in all of Nha Trang. So let's go inside and get some seafood in our systems. Let's go. Like I said, you guys gotta pop an Asian squat because all these tables are very low to the ground. Like Flow Rider said, get low. Is that T-Pain? T-Pain or Flow Rider? So what you do here beforehand is you check out the fresh seafood, and the seafood should be in these tanks if it's fresh, because it needs to be live. Usually fish right out of the ocean beforehand. Like I said, a lot of Vietnamese families eating here. That's a good sign. A lot of locals, and my local tour guide here, aka my dad, Nha Trang lifetime. Oh, Nha Trang, born and raised, local.
Abalone.
Abalone. Yeah. My local tour guide, aka my dad, born and raised in Nha Trang, but not a local. He lives in the U.S. is showing us how to do it here. So you gotta kind of talk to them first about which one you like, and then they pick out the fresh seafood, and you can actually choose it yourself. So
Abalone live.
Fresh abalone here. Abalone before, I'm gonna be honest with you guys.
Thái Lan.
Nè nè luôn.
Rồi Thái Lan. Nướng mà hành.
Nước trực tiếp luôn nha, nước sạch. Nước sạch, nước trực tiếp lên bỏ cái ruột ra thôi. Chứ giờ nước sôi xong làm ruột làm nướng lại.
Ai biết là sao ngon thôi, đâu biết mình đâu phải.
They're discussing how to cook the fresh seafood, seeing what's the best, most potent way to get that abalone super delicious. Oh, so my dad's even grabbing it out of the tank for us. Monster prawn. Oh, monster prawn. Good night, prawn, huh?
Prawn biển á.
Ooh, so these are beach prawns right here. Ooh, it almost bit my dad. Ngon. Yeah, ăn. Nướng ngon hả? Yeah, why not?
Vậy bắt nó đi. 2 lạng đúng không?
3 lạng chứ.
Con chưa?
Whoa.
Con bự.
This one's feisty. Ooh. Wee. Wee. It got out. It doesn't want to get eaten. Doesn't want to get eaten. Oh my gosh, they have sharks here too. Whoa. You get shark fin soup? They have sharks chilling in this tank.
Con Sam à.
Oh, cái đó là stingray hả?
Không phải, con Sam á. Con Sam là kêu con nó có nem bên Mỹ mà quên rồi.
So that's a salmon. It looked like a stingray to me, but I don't know what that is. Let's see. Let me know if you guys know what a salmon is. Ooh. I thought it was
con này kêu là cái gì crab á.
Crab? This doesn't look like a crab to me.
Kind of looks like a stingray, a mini stingray. Almost looks like an alien.
Đó là crab mà.
Looks like an alien to me. I've always said this, if there are aliens, they'd be in our sea. And we're seeing a lot of, for lack of a better word, exotic seafood items because some of the shellfish here are native to Nha Trang and you won't find it anywhere else. But you'll find these, so it looks like there's some oysters. So let's see what kind of fish we got here. So these are the prawns. We picked out the biggest prawn, of course. The bigger the better with the prawns. A lot of meat on the tails. And then there's other seafood. Looks like a lobster, some type of lobster. There's some Asian lobsters here, some Vietnamese lobsters. And it looks like some crabs here. They have a lot of interesting colors. Here. Seafood Nina. Let's check it out. Oh. Oh, so we're grabbing the lobster here. Whoa, that one's big. This is an Asian lobster, guys. I'm kind of scared to get next to it. This is an Asian lobster here. Pacific lobster here. Ooh, it's super spiny looking. Wow. Looks much different than the USA lobsters, the main lobsters. I wonder how it tastes. And as you guys can see, this restaurant's poppin'. I've been to a couple of seafood restaurants and just walked by a couple so far in Nha Trang, and some of them unfortunately were pretty empty, so this is a good sign. I mean, I trust my local tour guide that this is one of the best, and you could trust the inside of here because it looks like there's a lot of customers hustling and bustling as well. So we're in for a treat. Okay, so we got the abalone here, so it's a delicacy in American cuisine and Asian, Vietnamese, Chinese cuisine. Here, these are fresh abalone. We saw they're fresh. They're literally moving earlier. They were dancing for us. And so they're made Vietnamese style with some fatty scallions, like oiled up scallions. Abalone is gonna be a delicacy and pricey anywhere in the world, but it's 600,000 Vietnamese dong per kilo, and we got a couple grams here, and
That's
this is
only $12 a pound.
that's only $12 a pound, which is actually a steal for abalone, which is a delicacy anywhere in the world. So like I said, drinking beer is an integral part of Vietnamese dining, so they always bring you like a bunch of Heinekens on deck. They keep filling it up for you, and you're supposed to eat the seafood with the Heineken, so cheers, salud. Refreshing. So this spot is super authentic. The manager here says he goes on diving excursions and gets the fresh seafood right from the tank, guys. Ooh,
Yeah.
he's fishing. Look at that.
Yellowtail.
Yeah, yellowtail.
Look
A
like
lot of
yellowtail.
fresh looking fish. So I wasn't lying. It's super fresh from sea to the table. So they have the freshest seafood here in Nha Trang, but you guys gotta know the places to go. This spot is one of the freshest spots because my dad loves seafood and he says he frequents the spot all the time. And yeah, they actually catch their own seafood here. And you can't say that about all the spots in Nha Trang. They usually buy it from the fish market.
This is the monster's prawns.
Monster prawn.
Yeah, they cook with butter and garlic. See, butter. This is the meat.
How many times do you eat here a year?
20 times.
20 times. My local tour guide's favorite seafood spot here.
This is my favorite spot
Wow, look at that.
because they usually have different kind of seafood, fresh seafood, right out from the ocean.
Ooh, look at this bad boy right here. This is the monster prawn. It's huge, ginormous. Look at that, saturated in orange colors. Looks like there's some fried garlic on top.
Yeah,
The
fried
Vietnamese
garlic.
people, like I said, you get seafood anywhere, but in Vietnam, they cook it the Vietnamese style, and the cuisine
Yeah.
here is insane. So, like I said,
Whatever you
very
want,
healthy.
they cook.
Exactly. A lot of herbs, vegetables, and however you want it, you cook it that way. That's why I showed you. My dad was talking to the owners or the cooks earlier to tell them how to make it, and they're professional chefs. They usually make it great, and ooh, the aroma coming out of this garlic is insane. I can smell it. Ooh, it's crazy. It's butter. It's like butter garlic butter. Demonstration, fresh.
Yeah, okay.
All right, so my dad eats this all the time. He's gonna demonstrate how to properly eat these abalones.
So put
Well, this is his style.
sauce and pepper, salt and pepper, lemon. Lemon, salt and pepper.
Okay, my local tour guide did the honors for this fresh abalone here. All right, let's try it out. Crunchy, it's all about the texture. Ooh, that's really good. It's extremely fresh. You don't get any
And it's
crazy
chunky
ocean taste from
because
anything.
fresh.
And it's super chunky. I've had a lot of types of abalone. I've had ones that tasted funky. This is some of the freshest abalone I've ever tasted. But honestly, I don't eat too much abalone, to be fair. But these, I would say, are little abalones, and sometimes with seafood and shellfish, the smaller they are, the tastier they are, for example. And I've had Kumamoto oysters from Japan, and they're tiny, and I like them better. They pack a punch. So I've tried that one with the salt and pepper. Let me just... Here, so this one's the lemon salt and pepper. Okay. Closer. So I'm gonna put a little bit of this on here. Ooh, these are amazing. Like I said, the Vietnamese cook their seafood very well. There's some oiled up scallions, green onions here for us, and lime salt and pepper.
Then it's this layer, and then
so many layers to Vietnamese cuisine. So you have some of these
then
little mince too.
then drink your beer.
Because there is somewhat of whenever you eat some type of seafood, there's like a seafood taste. So there's like a palate cleanser afterwards. And then you drink a beer after to cleanse the palate some more. Cheers. But also we have some other sauces here too. That's my dad's preference, the salt and pepper lime, but there's this
Seafood sauce.
it's like a seafood sauce, like a green salsa almost. Has some veggies in here. Like I said, Vietnamese food, there's veggies everywhere.
And this is with wasabi in it.
There's like some fresh wasabi here with some chilies. Looks like some fresh chilies too. Like I said, Vietnamese cuisine is crazy. All the ingredients are fresh. And potatoes. This is an integral part of Vietnamese cuisine as well. It's called quai tai chiang, which is like fried potatoes. And they taste totally different than American potatoes. They use different type of butters. But guys, those are some of the best abalone I've had in my life. Texture like no other. It's like a little crunchy, a little chew to it, but not too like rubbery. It's tender, even though it's like abalone should have a bit of texture, but it goes down pretty smoothly, and the flavor is great with all the Vietnamese flair to it, with all the mint leaves, the green onions, and the salt and pepper lime. It all depends how you want to eat your seafood. Ooh, that is fresh. The texture is insane. Nice little pop, but you do get a lot of that fried butter, garlic on top. The aroma, the way they cook it is insane, but this is a grilled prawn. You can see the grill marks here. It's a little blackened. It's grilled to perfection, but I'm gonna try another piece. Yeah. So as you guys can see, there's seafood butter on here from the guts and the head of the prawn. But I also think that there's butter that they add on here with the butter garlic as well. So we're gonna try this with some fresh wasabi sauce for us, like a wasabi paste with chilies. Look at this, get close up. Good move. Try this out. That's robust. This sauce opens up the nasal. It just hits you right on top because it's fresh wasabi. That's how it should be. That horseradish, you kind of hit to it. Opens up the nasal, refreshes the taste buds, and it tingles your senses. But there's a little bit of salt and pepper here, some lime. It's like a wasabi salsa. Ooh, almost like Mexican food. But this prawn is insane, fresh. No ocean taste at all, but it's all about the texture. It's nice, crunchy, thick, huge. The biggest prawn I think I've ever... no, I've eaten some pretty big prawns. One of the biggest prawn I've had in my life. It is amazing. The texture is insane. And the way they cook it is amazing with the butter garlic. I really like that. Have one more piece with the... this is a seafood sauce.
Seafood sauce.
Let's try this out. Also like some type of like cilantro salsa.
Yeah.
Limey. Definitely some fresh herbs and veggies here, but like I said, Vietnamese food, a lot of fresh herbs and greens and everything, even their seafood. So you see why they have the lowest obesity rate in the world. But the cuisine is so multifaceted with layers, and they add a little bit of everything. Like it's not just a grilled prawn, it's a grilled prawn with butter garlic, fried garlic. But yeah, it's all about the seafood here. But like my dad said, they catch their seafood fresh. They even do tours out in the Nha Trang waters, the ocean, to show them how to catch items. Like they're divers, they do spear fishing. The owner here is a diver, and they catch all the fresh seafood. But it's not about just the fresh catch. How they cook it is amazing as well. But some of the freshest seafood in the world can be found here. Nha Trang with their unique offerings, the prawns, shellfish, it's fire. But also, Vietnamese cuisine, we usually have some fries to eat it with. The fries here are insane. You get at almost any restaurant. The 60,000 dong, which is like $2 or $3. Crunchy. I don't know what type of oil they use to fry the fries here, but they're delicious. They don't taste like really the fries back home. It's very fresh. It's almost like a steak fries of In-N-Out fries. So you know Japanese spicy mayo? This is basically like the Vietnamese. spicy mayo. It is so good. This is like spicy banana ketchup. Have you had Filipino banana ketchup before? It's kind of like that. It's like sweet and spicy ketchup. And there's some mayos in it as well. It's a crazy combination. The fries in Vietnam are a dish in itself. It's built different. Just dig the abalone out. Oh.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Let's see which sauce I like best. These sauces are really good, but there's something built different about the salt and pepper lime combo. Mm. Mm. I think why I like this abalone especially is the way they cook it the Vietnamese style with the oiled up green onions, scallion. I call it like butter scallions. And it's grilled. A lot of abalone, a lot of Chinese people eat it in cuisine. And it's usually it's steamed, but I actually preferred a lot of grilled shellfish. It's just built different. Makes it that much better. Mm. Can't get over how fresh the abalone is. I don't think I've had an abalone this fresh because I saw it moving right over there on the tank. I've never even seen an abalone move. I thought the abalone was just in a shell and they crack it open, but it was already open and it was moving around. And that's how fresh it is. Right from the tank, ocean to tank, tank to kitchen to table. My dad, it is the size of a lobster. I mean, look at that. But my dad said, this is better than lobster, but let's take another piece and see. It's a slightly different taste than lobster. I would say Maine lobster at least has kind of like a sweetness to this tail. This one, the flavor I feel like comes from the garlic butter, but then I think the texture of this is really good. But I think the flavor of lobster is just a lot. There's more flavor to lobster shell. This one, the texture is great because it's very meaty, chunky. It's a lot of bite to it. But I still would say it's a little bit smaller than like a typical Maine lobster tail. And all these seafood places have a regular menu as well, where they have like the main items, rice items that are, you know, priced regularly, but there's usually like a seafood, oh, it's right over there, like a seafood fresh menu. They sell it per kilo, per, you know, the price of the market prices. So everything is around like the most expensive thing. It says this item is a hot pot, 270,000 Vietnamese dong is like under $10, around $10. Actually less than $10. So I would say anywhere you go in Vietnam is pretty much cheap eats, unless you go to like really, really fancy steakhouse. I don't even know if they have that. But the prices are very great here, competitive. And that's a key telltale sign of also like a seafood spot as well. It's funny because my dad was telling me like, you know, some places are more expensive than others. In the US, they're like dollars apart. But that's apparently a pretty big deal here for seafood restaurants. And this one is supposed to be good for its price and its quality. All right, so this is the fish we got out of the tanks earlier. This one is called the brown fish that was flopping around. It's called cá nấu, and it's a native Nha Trang fish or Vietnamese fish. Very special fish, and we grilled it, like I said, Vietnamese cuisine. Very multifaceted. So many layers to the cooking process. So it's grilled. Looks like some sweet and chili fish sauce, and then it's grilled with lemongrass on the inside to give it a nice aroma, and I could smell it already all the way from over here when they brought the dish. All right, so my special tour guide is gonna make us a roll.
Prepare, roll with fish. We put salad, mangoes.
Oh, it's a shredded mango.
Special mint.
Special mint.
This is they call red leaf.
Red leaf.
Yeah, because it's red. Cucumber.
Be colorblind. I think that's
Some
purple. But
different mint.
a lot of people call purple red in Vietnamese.
Yeah, purple mint. Rồi. Some mangoes. Then put some fish.
And you put some fish in here.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
The fish is, the meat is white. Put some more. Then you wrap it up. Oh, normally you would put it on the plate so you can wrap up easier. Yeah. Then you wrap. Yeah.
All right, let's try this out. Kind of want to, I'll pour the sauce on here because it's open. All right, let's try this out. That sauce is super tender. I was expecting like some type of fishy taste from it, but it doesn't even taste like fish. You know what? I'm gonna take a piece of just the fish. The texture is insane, but get this. Let's try it out. And taste some of the fish just by itself. Wow. You can eat the fish by itself with rice or something
Yeah.
like that. It has a good
You
flavor.
can eat you can eat the fish by itself.
I like it because it tastes. It's all about the texture. It doesn't taste fishy at all. It doesn't have any like
No,
seafood.
because they
odor.
have salt and pepper on it, so you don't feel.
So there is salt and pepper.
But this is fish one of my favorite fish.
My dad says one of his favorite fish, brown fish. It doesn't have like too much seafoody flavor from it or anything. That's why I was confused when I bit this because I just taste the texture of the fish. It's very soft and tender. I have a little bite to it, but usually when I eat like fish skin, grilled fish skin, I get like a fishy taste from the skin, but I don't get any fishy taste at all. And you do get an aroma of the lemongrass, but oh yeah, it's a very mildly flavored fish.
Yeah.
Man, that's why you gotta have sauce to dip it with.
This fish
So,
with the skin on it.
and like the other Vietnamese dishes, you can opt to cook it anyway. You can steam it. We got it grilled. Stir fry? Can I stir fry?
No.
Steam or grill?
No, we fry.
You can fry it too?
Fry with
This one's grilled.
salt and pepper.
Salt and pepper. It's pretty good. I don't think I've tasted any fish like this. It's like the cleanest, fresh ocean fish I've tasted. Almost tastes like a fresh water fish, but it's from the ocean. Maybe almost like a tilapia because it doesn't have.
No, this fish
lot of
they
flavor.
live in between the salt water
Salt.
and fresh water.
Oh,
In
maybe that's
between.
why. So it's in between a salt water and fresh water.
Yeah.
That's why I say similar to a tilapia because tilapia is a similar way.
Yeah.
In between that. But yeah, it's a very mildly flavored fish. It's all about the texture. He said no fishy odor at all, zero. That's why y'all all have all these sauces to eat it with. Because it's all about the texture. Very, very tender. It's not flaky, it's just tender. There's a bite to it, but it's tender. Like I said, Vietnamese food is a game changer. I mean, you can catch all the fresh fish you want, but you won't make it this way because Vietnamese culture's cuisines, we present it in a certain fashion. Like, it's just not just the fish grilled. It's the fish grilled with the salt and pepper, fish sauce, lemongrass, and you eat it with this beautiful medley of greens here, yellows, mangoes, and rice paper for a beautiful fish spring roll.
Wow.
So you know how when you eat like salmon, it has like flavor, like sweet taste, something. Tuna definitely has like a fish taste. I would say this fish is very good to eat with sauce. That's why we got all these sauces, fish sauce. It's a perfect fish to eat with sauce because it's like a tilapia almost, but it's a different type of texture. So you can blanket the sauce and design it any way you want to alter its flavor and it'll just be just as delicious. And also, not all these restaurants are created equal. Some restaurants won't have, certain fish selection, but like I said, this is a fisherman's. And the owner here is a fisherman, so they're gonna have like the best fish selection. And this is a pretty rare fish, even in Nha Trang. If you can see in that tank, there's not many of those, so yeah, you gotta go to the right spot to find it. And my tour guide recommends this spot for the fresh local eats. So, last one standing here at this Seafood Nina restaurant. DVW score for this spot, 9.1 out of 10. Great value. This is a local spot. And 40 bucks for all that fresh seafood. It was pretty good. So on to more of our Nha Trang food tour. Let's go.